Hey David, how's it going? So what I've done here is I've put together 3 tips that I think that if you implement them into your website, that you'll start generating a whole heck of a lot more calls and a lot more traffic specifically to your website. So let's go ahead and start over here in Google where everybody else does, and we type in roofer Springdale AR. Obviously that stands for Arkansas, and the reason why we're doing this specific search term is because there's actually 500 people searching that every single month. It's absolutely insane. It's a large search volume, and you want to be in front of a lot of those people, because the more people you're in front of, the higher of a chance you have of getting calls coming your direction and landing them. So if we go back, we see that this is the map pack, and then below that you have the organic listings and stuff on the first page. So let's take a look inside this map pack and talk about why it's important and how you can get in there. So it's actually really important to be in this map pack because this is where 70 to 80% of the business goes down. If you're not ranked in here, you're simply just leaving money on the table. There's no other way around it. Now, the way to get in here is through citations and by having the most. So it's quite apparent that Pinnacle Roofing, they're at the top, so they have the most right now. And not to get crazy technical, but all a citation is simply your business's information listed in different directories all across the web, and the more directories you have your business in, the better. So it's just you go in, you fill in the information, that's it, and you call it a day. The more those have, that's what you want. You want the most, and right now Pinnacle Roofing, they've got the most. So let's go ahead and look down at these organic listings. So nobody cares about Home Advisor, nobody cares about the BBB, Yelp, Angie's List, Yellow Pages, none of that. Nobody cares. What people care about is wanting to actually visit a local site so that when they call somebody or when they plug in their information, they're on the phone talking with somebody of that company. They don't like being passed around contractor to contractor by Angie's List or Home Advisor. So these organic spots are what people go to. This is what gets the best traffic. And you have to be on this first page because nobody's scrolling to page 2, 3, or 4. It doesn't happen. If they don't see you on the first page, or if the person doesn't like the results on the first page, they simply type in something else. Nobody likes to scroll to page 2 of Google. So it's really important you're on this first page. That being said, how do you get there? Well, that comes down to these things called backlinks. And all a backlink is really your website's link listed on another website. It's not all that difficult. And you want to view them as like votes. The more votes you have from different sources, the better. If you have a whole bunch of other sites with your link on it, that's basically all those sites saying, hey, look, Google, this guy, this guy's important. And Google will rank you accordingly. So that's what they've done. They have a whole lot of these. If we go over here and we check, they've got 255 votes from 51 different sources. They're ranked for 222 different keywords. They've got 136 people visiting their site every month, and they've got $1,500 worth of traffic going to their site each and every month for free. So this is the equivalent if you were to pay Google Ads $1,500 a month to direct traffic towards your site. But here's the difference though. Google Ads sucks. You get the most garbage traffic, your budgets ran up through the roof, and you don't see any results from it. This is the equivalent of $1,500 worth of really good traffic of decision makers. Okay, that's what you guys need to get in front of. So how does your site compare exactly? Well, you've only got 7 backlinks from 7 different sources. This is a good ratio. Don't get me wrong, 7 and 7, that's perfect. That's 1 to 1, that's what you want. However, you just need a whole lot more of those. Okay, you can't be number 1 with 7 and 7 compared to somebody who's got 255 and 51 different sources, you know what I mean? So you guys need to seriously up that backlinking game and come up with a solid strategy. The last tip that I have for you guys here is ranking for these organic keywords. As you can see, you guys have 17. They've got 222. Now, of those 222, they're not on the first page for every single one. They're actually on the first page for 15 high volume keywords. And I'll show you that real quick. We go 1 to 10. They ranked for all these keywords, and this is the stuff they show up on the first page for. So they're getting a whole lot of traffic. If we were to do the same thing for you, you're ranked for 17, ranking for 17, but you're only really showing up for your business name, David's Roofing, David's Roofing, David's Roofing. Not a whole lot of people are really going towards that because there could be a different company in a different state with a name similar to that. It's not localized, it's not locally targeted, and frankly, not a whole lot of people actually know local brand business names. They just know the generic terms like Roofer Springdale AR. That's why it's got 500. So how do you get ranked for all these different keywords, and how do you get to the front page? Well, you get to the front page by using citations and backlinks. To get ranked for all those important keywords, all those high volume keywords, you have to have a whole lot of content on your website. So if we were to take a look at yours, right, you have a little paragraph up top, and this is it. There's nothing beyond that. So if we were to go and actually take a look at Pinnacle Roofing, we can see like they put some time and effort into the stuff that they have written on their website. They're pretty thorough. And then on top of that, they've got a Google index of 66. That means that Google has indexed 66 of their pages. They have 66 pages of content about roofing. If we were to go over to yours, you've only got 6. So we would need to start adding content to your website, start adding pages, like a blog, at least twice a month to get Google coming back. And just to kind of show you why content is so important on a website and is such an important ranking factor. So if we were to go to Google and type in Mike Tyson, right, just like I have here, we see that Wikipedia pops up first, not his actual website, which is listed number 2. You might be thinking, well, hey, Josiah, shouldn't his actual website be listed first since his actual website is legit and Wikipedia isn't legit? Well, normally, yeah, I would agree, but Google doesn't play by the same rules. Google plays by their own. And what Google has determined to be more important is whoever has the most. And Mike Tyson's Wikipedia page has the most content. In fact, it's got more content than his actual website. That's why they're ranked at the top for that. So, again, that just goes to show how important having strong authoritative content is. So just to recap for you before I hop off here, citations for your GMB, backlinks for your organic rankings, and strong content for your website to display yourself as the knowledge leader in the industry. Hope these help. Take care. Have a great day.